Life is like a mathematics. If it go too easy, something is wrong. So by saying this, today I am going to start the class division of integers. So in the previous class, you have learned the multiplication of integer and their properties, and also you saw the excess products. Right? So today we are going to learn about the division of integers. In the division of signs, we can divide a positive integer by a negative integer, and a negative integer by a positive integer, and a positive integer by a positive integer, and a negative integer by negative integer. So so what is the signs of division? So if we divide a positive integer by a positive integer, we will get the quotient as a positive integer. Right? So let's see here division of a positive integer. Okay, so first one example, plus 15 is divided by plus 3. So 15 is a positive integer, 3 is a positive integer. What is the quotient here? So the quotient is 3, how much of 50? Yes, that is 3 5s are 50. Right? So plus divided by plus is plus. Okay, so if we divide two positive integers, we will get the quotient as a positive integer. Okay, with the same type, if we divide two negative integers, we will get the quotient as a positive integer. So for example, minus 10 divided by minus 2. Minus 10 divided by minus 2. So you may divide here 10. 2 how much are 10? Yes, that is 2 5s are 10. Here minus by minus is plus. Okay, that multiplication of positive and a negative integer. So multiplication of a positive and negative integer. Minus 35 divided by plus 5. Minus 35 divided by plus 5. So here negative integer divided by a positive integer. What is the quotient we will get? We will get as a negative quotient. It is a negative 5. How much is 35? 5 7 are 35. So minus 7 is the quotient. Then the last one is if divide a negative integer by a positive integer, we will get the quotient as a negative integer. Minus 60 divided by plus 50. Okay, so 15 4 are 60. 4 is the quotient. Minus by plus is minus. Okay, so if we divide a positive integer by a positive integer, we will get the quotient as a positive integer. If we divide negative integer by a negative integer, we will get the quotient as a positive integer. Then if we divide a negative integer by a positive integer, we will get the quotient as a negative integer. And the last one, if we divide a negative integer by a positive integer, we will get the quotient as a negative integer. Okay? Yes, the first property is closure property. So closure property is not holds good for the whole numbers, but it is also not holds good for the division of integers. So let's see here, if I have taken the closure property, minus 4 divided by plus 3, minus 4 divided by plus 3. So minus 4 is not divisible by 3. So hence we can write it as minus 4 by 3. But the quotient minus 4 by 3 is not an integer. Right? So it is not closed under division. Okay? Then the commutative property of whole numbers is also not holds good. Then let's check for the integers. So commutative property says that 15 divided by 5, which is equals to, let's change the order of the integers. Then 5 divided by 15, right? So the 15 divided by 3 is, the quotient is 3, and 5 divided by 15, the quotient is, we will get as 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 and 1 by 3 are not equals. So hence the division of integers are not commutative. Okay, and an integer a is divided by 1, we will get the quotient as an integer. Okay, so if we divide an integer by 1, we will get the quotient as a, right? That if 0 is divided by any integer, we will get the quotient as 0. Okay, so if we divide 0 by any integer, we will get the quotient as 0. The last one, if any integer divided by 0 is equals to not defined. So the a divided by 0 is not defined. It is not defined. Then let's see here. Here I have taken one of the example to check whether the division of integers are associative or not. Okay, so here can you say that minus 16 divided by 4 is divided by minus 2 is said as minus 16 divided by 4 divided by minus 2. So the associative property says that the multiplication of integers by making the two groups, right? So here the division of integers are made here two groups, although we will get the same quotient or not. Let's check here. Okay, so first I will take this one. So divide here, minus 16 divided by 4 is minus 4. So means 4 just 16, 4 4 just 16, then minus by plus is minus, then divided by minus 2. Okay, then minus 2 divided, minus 4 divided by minus 2 is, so 2 how much of 4? That is 2 2 ja 4, minus by minus is plus. So we will get the quotient as plus 2. Okay, then let's check for this. So which is equals to, so write down minus 16 as it is and divide by, remove the bracket first, 4 divided by minus 2. So 2 how much of 4? That is 2 2 ja 4. So plus divided by minus is minus. Okay, so now you divide here, minus 16 divided by minus 2. So 2 how much is 16? 2 8 ja 16, minus divided by minus is plus. Okay, so now you check, LHS is equals to RHS? No, why? Because 2 is not equal to 8. So you can say that integer, division of integers are not associative. Alright, is it clear? Yes. Let's see an example. Here there is an example. So in a test, plus 5 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are for every incorrect answer. So Radhika answered all the questions and scored 30 marks, though she got 10 correct answers, and Jai also answered all the questions and scored minus 12 marks, though he got 4 correct answers. So how many incorrect answers had they attempted? Okay, so first what they given here, for in the previous exercise we have solved the same type question, Mohan, Reshma and Hina. Okay, so here they said that for every correct answer, they will do plus 5 marks. Sorry, yes, plus 5 marks. But for incorrect answer, minus 2 marks. For minus 2 marks. So first do the first question. In that, Radhika answered all the questions and she scored 30 marks. So Radhika scored 30 marks and she got 10 correct answers. Right? She got 10 correct answers, means, so marks given for the 10 correct answers how much? So marks given for 10 correct answers is equals to, so 10 correct answers are there. For each question they will give the 5 marks into 5, which is equals to 10 5 is 50. So for 10 correct answers she got 15 marks, right? She got 15 marks. Right, but the total marks she scored, then Radhika's score is equals to 30, right? So it is a marks for correct answers and it is a marks totally she obtained, right? Then we can find out the marks obtained for incorrect answers, right? Marks obtained for incorrect answers. Is equals to how much? That is 30 minus 50. In the total marks, we want to subtract the marks for correct answers. That is 30 minus 50 is minus 20 marks. So she got minus 20 marks for the incorrect answers. Then how many questions she answered for incorrect? Okay, then let's find out here. Then how many number of incorrect questions or answers? Number of incorrect answers. Number of incorrect answers. We know that for every incorrect answer they will give the minus 2 marks, which is equals to, so the marks obtained for the incorrect answers are minus 20 divided by minus 2, right? Minus 20 divided by minus 2, which is equals to 2 how much are 20? 2 10 are 20 minus divided by minus is equals to plus. So totally the number of incorrect answers are 10 questions. The number of incorrect answers for 10 questions, right? Is clear? So first what they, once again I will explain to you. Here the Radhika scored 30 marks in a test or in a test. For every correct answers they give 5 marks. For every incorrect answers they give minus 2 marks, right? So here Radhika scores is 30. So if she give 10 correct answers, what is her score? So 10 into 5 is 50 marks, right? And the marks obtained for the incorrect answers how much? In the total score we have to subtract the correct answers score, right? So 30 minus 50, which is equals to minus 20 marks. It is the score marks of incorrect answer, right? Then how many incorrect answers were there? So divide the incorrect marks divided by each question. So marks for each incorrect answer is minus 2. If we divide, we will get the 10. So number of incorrect answers are for 10 questions. Clear? Yes. Then let's see the second one. Jai also answered all the questions and scored minus 12 marks, though he got 4 correct answers. How many incorrect answers have they attempted? So with the same way we have to do it. Okay? Yes. In the second question, here Jai also answered all the questions, but he scored minus 12 marks. But he got 4 correct answers, right? So first write down. So marks given for 4 correct answers. Marks given for 4 correct answers. 4 correct answers. For every answer they will do plus 5 marks, which is equals to 4 into 5, which is equals to 12 marks. He got 12 marks for correct answers. And what is the Jai's score? So Jai's score is minus 12, is equal to minus 12, right? So now what is marks obtained for incorrect answers? Then marks obtained for incorrect answers is equal to the total marks is minus 12. So minus 12 minus of marks obtained for the correct answers. Okay, so now subtract here. So minus 12 minus 20, which is equals to minus 32 marks for incorrect answers. So he got minus 32 marks for incorrect answers. Then number of incorrect answers. Then therefore number of incorrect answers. Number of incorrect answers is equals to the marks obtained for the incorrect answers are minus 32 and divided by marks for every incorrect answer is minus 2. Then divide by minus 2. So 2 how much are 32? 2 16 are 32. So minus divided by minus is plus. So totally number of incorrect answers for 16 questions. It's clear? Yes. Up to here we have learned the division of integers and properties of integers and one of the example. I hope it's clear. So in the next class we are going to solve the exercise 1.4. Okay? Thank you.